Welcome to the Engerati studio. We're located at European Utility Week. I am Denise from Engerati, and with us today we have Tim and we've got Norbert from Itron. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hello,
How's the
Denise.
second day of the event going?
Thank you. Good afternoon.
It's been going great. We've had an exciting conference. A year ago when we were here, Itron began to talk about open-way Riva technology, and we introduced it to the marketplace. One of the things we talked about was how it combines multiple communications in the same device, RF, power line carrier, Wi-Fi, and intelligently selects the best path for communication. This year we've added some distributed analytics to the equation, and we have been demonstrating those here at Itron Utility Week, and the demonstration schedule has been absolutely full. And what we've done is really in some ways a first in the industry. We have these open-way Riva equipped meters analyzing and crunching 1 second data at the edge of the network to solve problems on the grid. So for instance, they're using that capability to detect high impedance and potentially dangerous connections within the lower voltage network and detecting them proactively. They're detecting energy theft based on the flow of current rather than a bunch of anecdotal alarms from the smart metering system. Very great improvement in accuracy and efficiency, and also showing how demand response can be approached differently, intelligently, with these smart meters communicating with each other, knowledgeable of where they are on the lower voltage network and the rating of the transformer they're under, and adjusting loads to make sure that the transformer maintains safe loading. This is all new stuff. It's very exciting.
We were talking a little bit earlier about the alliance work that the company is doing in Austria. Do you want to expand a little bit on that? Perhaps Norbert would like to expand
absolutely.
on that?
So what Tim outlined regarding that Riva concept and the capability of implementing edge intelligence and running applications on top of that intelligent nodes, this is not something what can be done by Itron alone. So that's a platform we're promoting into the market and invite everybody to participate in that business opportunity, providing benefit and incremental benefit to the customer. And specifically for Austria, we started that Austrian Coalition to drive a common appreciation of that standard for that solution. Because the whole solution concept is based on an open standard from IEEE, wireless and PLC, so the dual file communication. And to get a certain standardization beyond the 4 layers, which means certified by IEEE, we created that Austrian Coalition, which already the first partners who joined, so that we have for the customer interoperable and interchangeable solutions, not only from the communication layer, but also from the whole stack, from the upper application layer down to the lower physical layer, so that a customer can pick and choose depending on the business problem he wants to solve.
Now, just leading, from the alliance, we were talking a bit about Netricity. Do you want to expand a little bit on that for us?
Absolutely. So Netricity is the standardization body from the PLC angle, and as Tim outlined, we are supporting dual communication at the same time, so PLC and wireless. So the comparable certification body on the wireless side is WASON. So these are global standards organization taking care of certifying these lower 4 layers, not only for utility applications but also for IoT applications, because that's the vision we want to go into. And that WASON and Netricity body taking care of that other partners who are joining that solution concept do follow that open standard. So coming back, that coalition or that partnership we've been driving, implementing in Austria at the first stage, we are leveraging that standardization concept and certification processes to get clarification on the lower 4 layers, and the coalition builds up on the upper layers. So in total, we have a very solid story and proof point and proving process to ensure interoperability and interchangeability. So that plays very nicely in the whole concept.
Super.
Yeah.
Right.
Netricity is not a new standard. It's widely used around the world, and it has a couple of real advantages. First of all, it delivers a very high performance, long range power line carrier communication capability. It also supports multiple communications consistent with our OpenWay Riva solution and works very well in an IPv6 context. So we feel, given the convergence of smart metering, smart grid, smart cities, this is a very applicable standard for many utilities in Europe to look for as they map out their technology strategy.
Fantastic. All right. Any exciting partnerships on the go at the moment? Perhaps we can focus a bit on the European region, or even further abroad.
Well, absolutely. We drive that OpenWay Riva approach globally, and to create the business benefit for the customer, we need to establish partnerships across the board. It starts from metering partners who do establish our Riva solution into their meters, to load control partners, and even beyond towards maybe waste management, other possible applications. Because we as Itron, we are not stepping up and saying we have the solution for everybody. For the customer, it's important that you have the toolbox where you can pick and choose the best of breed solution based on a standardized and common platform. So specifically for the Austrian market, we lined up partnerships with meter vendors, with Kamstrup, with Wasion and with EMH to address the specific needs in the Austrian market. And I'm pretty confident, specifically also what we have experienced here in that show, that very soon we can announce further partnerships and collaborations even beyond the metering element, because that's the overall concept of our partnership program, that we address solutions even beyond the metering space.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's perhaps end off this interview just by asking, what would be your advice for utilities as you walk away from the event tomorrow? As far as perhaps their technology strategies go?
I think it's implied in some of what we've discussed thus far, but I think success for our utility customers, success for Itron, begins with a recognition that smart grids, smart cities, IoT are much bigger than any one company or any one technology. So we firmly believe we need to open up our systems, provide open architecture to give our customers choice, flexibility, drive innovation, competition in the marketplace, and that's really the whole idea behind OpenWay Riva. And it's here now, and we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, and I think it's really a paradigm change. In the past, the utilities did look at silo solution. And they said, okay, I want to have that technical solution. Please deliver me that solution. And I think it's pretty important to look at what is the business challenge today and how flexible I am, or I have to be, with upcoming business challenges. And the market needs to provide a flexible platform to address this business challenges today and tomorrow, and also support the vision the utility has to come up with, because it's no longer about meter to cash. It's much more. It goes to distributed generation and all the technical challenge and also business challenges coming up we're not even aware of. But if you invest into silos and for each and every problem, each business case for itself is not flying. And we see that message gets resonance with the customers. And I think a lot of utilities going back from that show and start thinking in that direction.
A complete turnaround on business model, basically.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I trust that you'll enjoy the rest of the event and that will be successful for you. And to our viewers, thank you so much for joining us. There are other interviews that you can watch that will be on the website as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Denise.
Thank you.